All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Super Bowl time here. I can't believe we're already at the Super Bowl, but in today's video, we're diving into Super Bowl 58 between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. I have a spread pick as well as a bunch of player props I want to dive into in today's video, and at the end, we got kind of a cool little novelty prop that we'll be checking out as well, so very excited to do that. Before we do, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and if you do want to ride with any of these picks or fade them, make sure you guys check out FanDuel. If you're not signed up for FanDuel, no better time to do so now. They have a promo with the link in the pinned comment that I have for you guys that if you bet $5, you'll get $200 in bonus bets if that bet wins. So make sure to go ahead and check it out. Again, if you want to ride with the picks or if you do want to fade me, go check out FanDuel. That link is going to be in the pinned comment. So let's talk this game. I'll start with the side that I like, and I think it's the public side. And let me be clear. Both sides have a valid argument. If you like the 49ers, you have a valid argument. If you like the Chiefs, you have a valid argument. But to me, I'm leaning towards the Chiefs here, and I am going to lock in a half unit on the Chiefs plus 2.5, as well as a half unit on the Chiefs money line. To me, it just comes down to, okay, the 49ers may be the better team. The Chiefs seem to be the better franchise in a sense, and it shouldn't surprise anybody that Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, and the rest of the Chiefs are back here in the Super Bowl. Would it surprise me if they go and lose? No, right? Like I said, you can't really talk either side to switching their pick, I don't think. But to me, I'll just take the more seasoned Patrick Mahomes, the team that everyone counted out, and all of a sudden, like, you blink and they're in the Super Bowl again. If this comes down to Mahomes having to make a big throw or Purdy making a big throw, I got to go with Mahomes. As much as I'd like to see the 49ers win it, because I do think they're due. I think they're the more likable team as well. I'm putting my money behind Kansas City here. So, yeah, they're getting 2.5 points. Maybe we actually buy it to 3.5 for a half unit and then take the money line with the half unit as well so we can keep it to within field goal. I'll put all the final plays in the pinned comment as well, so you guys have a list of that. So, yeah, for pick number one / pick number 1 and 2, looking at the Chiefs side of things. I don't really have a feel on the total here, so I'm not bringing anything to you guys there. But if you guys do have any thoughts on the total, make sure to drop them down below so everyone can interact and engage with that, and you guys can kind of debate amongst yourselves as well. But I don't have a feel for the total in this game. So give me the Chiefs here, plus the points as well as on the money line. Now, let's jump into our player prop sort of portion of the video here. And the first one is going to be a strategy. I talked about it on H2H, the show that I do with Tassos here on the channel. This is a unique sort of play for me. I like Christian McCaffrey, and we're taking 2 bets here. First half touchdown, that's plus 130, and second half touchdown, also plus 130. Why am I splitting it up like that? Well, honestly, if he scores a touchdown, which I think he's going to, you cover either side, even if he doesn't do it in the second half, but does it in the first, or vice versa, right? It's still a profitable strategy in a sense. And you have the long shot sort of odds that you could hit 2 plus 130 plays if he scores in the first half and if he scores in the second half. So it's almost my way of, I guess, maneuvering around taking Christian McCaffrey for 1 touchdown, which is obviously juiced through the moon. It's like minus 250, right? But why wouldn't you do that? You're still going to have, if he only scores 1 touchdown, some sort of a lesser payout. Correct. But you have the long shot ability to hit both sides of these. If you took Christian McCaffrey over 0.5 touchdowns for minus 250 odds, what if he scores 2 touchdowns? You get nothing in return for that, right? So I like the idea of being able to take him in both halves. I think he's going to score at least 1 touchdown. And again, already that's profitable at plus 130 on both half. If he hits one of those, it's going to be a profitable strategy. If he scores in both halves, then we hit kind of big. So player prop number 1 is going to be C-Mac. First half touchdown as well as, or second half touchdown. So again, like the Chiefs spread and money line, this is like play number 2A and play number 2B. It's the same strategy, but yes, we've already given you technically 4 plays in today's video. But before we do move on to the next few player props here, I want to talk some player props. And this one's pretty damn easy, right? Patrick Mahomes over 0.5 passing yards. How could you not love this? And Sleeper is the site we're talking about here, is offering a $50 protected play. Guys, go check out Sleeper. You get your first deposit completely matched, absolute no-brainer. You get Patrick Mahomes over 0.5 passing yards, another no-brainer, and you can protect this play that you throw in up to $50. Go check it out, guys. That link is in the pinned comment, or you can download Sleeper and use code GUYBOSSON when you deposit, and you'll get that deposit match. It's an absolute no-brainer. How many times can I say no-brainer? I don't know, because it's such a no-brainer. So go check it out, guys. That link to Sleeper is in the pinned comment. We'll talk about Patrick Mahomes in just a little bit as well. But yeah, go check out Sleeper. Highly, highly recommend that app. Link in the pinned comment. Our next play is another plus money play. You can get this for plus 130 over on DK. I'm looking at Chris Jones over 0.25 sacks, so over a quarter of the sack. Even if he just gets a half of a sack, we cash for plus money here. Now, I know you'll say, oh, this is a San Francisco team that truly is, has a really good line and all of that, but the way this Chiefs should game plan their defense is to get after Brock Purdy, get after Brock Purdy, get after Brock Purdy. And there's no better guy that has a bigger motor on the Chiefs than Chris Jones. And for it to only be for him to get a sack, or half a sack, and we cash, I can't fade this. Now, if this was over 0.5 sacks, I would probably second guess it. And on some sites, you can get over 0.5, and it's the same odds. So the sportsbook is very, very important here, but I may not love the over 0.5 because then you're just a push potential if he just gets his hand in on a sack or something here. But this literally could be a play where his hand is in on a sack, he gets a half sack credit and cashes a plus 130 odds. Last time he played the 49ers, now it was back on October 23rd, 2022. He had 2 full sacks against this team. Yes, there's been a lot of change. Yes, I think that they're a better team now as well, better offensive line, but nonetheless, still, I like the chance and the plus money potential here for Chris Jones to record a half of a sack. I think they're going to try and get after Brock Purdy. That should be their defensive game plan, and that's going to be a hell of a lot of Chris Jones. By the way, guys, this was a pick that I gave out over on It's the Final Round, Jordan, his channel. We collabed with him, Austin from Calling Our Shot, and then Steven from Just a Bet Outside for a Super Bowl special. Go check it out. I have a link to this video in the pinned comment as well, but go check out Jordan's channel here from It's the Final Round. That Chris Jones pick was one of the picks that I gave out in that video. All right, next up, we're sticking with the Chiefs here, and I'm looking at who we just talked about with the promo for Sleeper, Patrick Mahomes. I like his over 1.5 touchdowns thrown here. Now, that's a little bit of juice here. Best odds on FanDuel. Go check it out, $5 to get bonus bets up to $200. Go check that out, guys, but I like Patrick Mahomes here, minus 150 over on FanDuel, over 1.5 touchdowns thrown. Now, why do I like this? Well, Patrick Mahomes has kind of carried the Chiefs to where they are now, and he's hit in his 2 Super Bowl victories, he's hit the over here, 3 last year, and then when they played this very team, the 49ers, a few years back, he had 2 Super Bowl touchdowns, 2 Super Bowl passing touchdowns. Now, the thing that you could say is, well, when he played Tampa Bay, who that defense was kind of firing, right? He got smoked here. Had a terrible game, 53% passing completion percentage, 0 touchdowns, but I just don't think that that's Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes knows what this means and how improbable it was at one point for the Chiefs to even be in this game. I think he's going to go and ball out there. I really do. So Patrick Mahomes over 1.5 passing touchdowns is the next player prop here. And then the last player that we're going to look at before we get into the novelty prop that I like is George Kittle. I like George Kittle a few different ways. So what we'll probably end up doing is putting 0.3 or a third of a unit on these 3 things. First off, I like his over 49.5 receiving yards. He's the guy that Brock Purdy should target in man-to-man situation, and Kittle excels when going up against man, and I don't think that any of these linebackers on the Chiefs, or lack thereof, have any prayer at stopping Kittle in man-to-man coverage, so he should get volume. I think he'll get the yards, which kind of leads us into the next thing. So I would say 0.3 units on his over 49.5 receiving yards. Then we move on to his receptions, which is a little bit more juiced, minus 158 right now over on FanDuel. But over 3.5 receptions, I also really, really like. So I'll break down the units how I'm doing it. We may do like a half unit on this and then a quarter unit on the yards and the quarter unit on the next one that I'll talk about. But I still, for the same reasons, I think he's going to be the guy that carves up this man defense. And I like Kittle in this spot. So over 3.5 receptions. Now, the last one, going to be George Kittle over 0.5 touchdowns. Again, they're probably like a quarter unit play or something like that. For plus 190 odds, I do like his spot here. When it comes to red zone targets, he is behind Debo. He is behind Christian McCaffrey. But if there's 2 guys this Chiefs defense is definitely going to key in on, it's going to be Debo. It's going to be Christian McCaffrey. And as good as George Kittle is, they may let him slip through and be a big red zone target. So I like the spot for him here. Again, plus 190 odds. We're giving you guys a lot of plus money in today's video. That's what we're looking at. So to kind of summarize that, we'll probably go a quarter unit on the touchdown, a quarter unit on his yards, and then maybe a half unit to bring it to a full unit for Kittle on his receptions there. Now, the last play that I want to look at here, and it's a novelty prop. It's not the national anthem. It's not the coin toss or anything like that. If you guys want that content, make sure to go check out H to H, the video that Tassos and I put up for the Super Bowl. It was our Super Bowl special. Very, very fun video, and we had a great season doing that show with one another. We got a couple more novelty props over there. This one we did talk about on that show, and I'll reiterate it here. I like the under 22.5 as the jersey number for the first touchdown scorer. My thought process behind this is obviously you jump to Christian McCaffrey. He's number 23, right? Travis Kelce, number 87. Kittle, he's higher than 23 and 22.5. So those are the three guys that it's like, oh yeah, no duh. Like, that's why you might take the over, because McCaffrey's probably gonna have more volume than any of those guys, right? But both quarterbacks under 22.5, right? Pacheco, Rashee Rice, Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel. All these guys start to be like, oh, well, there is actually a few guys that could have touchdown potential, like Rashee Rice, who did out-target Travis Kelce in the red zone this year, which is crazy. So I like the under 22.5 for the jersey number. So what number does the player wear to score the first touchdown? That's kind of the, I guess for this video's purposes, the most fun bet that we have. But yeah, let me know what you guys are rolling with for novelty props and all that. And make sure you guys comment 11 in the comments, letting me know that you made it to the end of the video. This is our last football video, most likely for a while, right? So I do want to say thank you to all of the football fans that tuned in. We grew a bunch since September, which is the start of the football season, and, changed my life, and I can't thank you guys enough. So not to get all sappy and emotional at the end of the Super Bowl video, but what a great NFL season. I think we ended up being up 26 units in the NFL, with obviously a decent amount riding here into the Super Bowl, but nonetheless, we're not going to lose 20 units. Profitable year, and entertainment wise, we took our videos up to the next level, everything like that, and can't thank you guys enough, truly. So let me know you made it to the end of the video by commenting 11, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, which are football videos. That'll be in a while. So catch you guys on the channel, but peace out.